Let's talk about how to manifest your desires when you have doubts. And your doubts can be both about manifestation specifically, whether it works, or your specific desire, whether it's even possible to manifest whatever you desire. You have heard me say many times that it's your beliefs and assumptions that manifest your 3D physical reality. You have also heard me say that you don't have to believe in order to manifest. Now, how does this work? And in this video, I want to explain how both are actually true at the same time. If you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can of course book a one-on-one coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. You can also join my group coaching. In that case, please send me an email from my booking page. Again, the link is in the description box below. And I have to mention, a client of mine made me aware a couple of days ago that I have never really mentioned that the stamps or the times that you see on my booking page are the one-on-one coaching. The group coaching, the Master Manifesto Mastermind group is not there. So that is why I'm asking you to send me an email if you want to join. So let's talk about manifesting while doubts, but it's your beliefs that, while you have doubts, but it's your beliefs that manifest. How does this work? Let's start with the obvious, that your beliefs and assumptions are your habits. It's a habitual thinking. And because of your habitual thinking or habitual hearing something, if you have heard something on repeat and it has just sunk into your subconscious mind, it has programmed your mind and it's now a belief, it's going to be believable. If you have negative beliefs about yourself or about what you can or can't have, it's obvious that these negative beliefs are going to be very, very convincing. That's why they are beliefs, so that you believe in them, in the truth and reality of them. The problem with this is that they're going to manifest in the 3D. Keep in mind, always, whether you're working with negative beliefs or you're contemplating on some new positive beliefs, whatever you're doing in your mind, keep in mind always that your subconscious mind, which is the part of your mind that is manifesting, is not personal. As Joseph Murphy says, it is no respecter of persons, which means that it doesn't care what you are believing. It doesn't care what you are repeating in your mind. As soon as that becomes dominant, it's going to manifest. What this means is that it's not going to pick and choose what to manifest, what not to manifest. It's not going to analyze, oh, is this bad for you? Should I manifest this? It doesn't care. It just manifests whatever you feed it with. So what does this all mean about your manifestations? You can... As I said, beliefs are trained, right? When you have a desire and you want to manifest it, it's obvious that you're not going to believe in the reality of it right away. Because if you did that thing, the person, the situation would be already true in your life. You wouldn't be manifesting it on purpose and you wouldn't be here watching this video. So just because you don't believe you can have it, or the obvious, you don't believe you already have it, doesn't mean you can't manifest it. The process of manifesting is the process of getting yourself used to having what you desire to have. You started out not believing that's not a problem. Getting used to the idea of having it means you have to apply the techniques of, you have to simply apply the law of assumption, whether you call it techniques or whatever you want to call it. You have to apply. Now, when we apply the law of assumption, we're working with the mind only. So it's your thoughts, it's your imaginal acts, it's your whole inner world. Can you do that without believing? Of course you can, because you are in full control of what is going on in your mind or in your inner world, just in general. If you have the belief, speaking of, that you can't control your thoughts, just so you know, that's a belief assumption. Start affirming you have full control of your thoughts. You have full control of your imagination, if that's your problem. Otherwise, just know that it's in your control. When you have a negative belief about something, first of all, yourself and what you can or can't have, what you can or can't experience, you can on purpose think the opposite, even if you don't believe in it. Don't even get hung up on starting out with fully believing in whatever story you're telling yourself. Just apply. And in that moment, do that as if it's true. This is why we affirm in first person present tense. This is why we visualize in first person point of view. This is why we do all the other techniques like hearing, for example, tasting, if you're manifesting food, smelling the flowers, or whatever it is that you're doing. Always from first person perspective, because that is what is going to feel like it's true in the moment. You do that enough times, that is going to become your new story / beliefs and assumptions. You started out not believing, and you trained yourself into having that belief. So just because you have doubts now doesn't mean you can't manifest, because it doesn't mean you can't apply. You can apply while you're full of doubts. You don't even have to believe in manifestation to do this. Neville Goddard always told his students and his audience, just test it out. And some people tested it to disprove him. They went and imagined having something just to prove him that it doesn't work. Obviously, it ended up manifesting, and they came and told him, I was trying to prove you wrong, and I ended up manifesting it. So even if you don't believe in it, you can apply, and it works just the same, because your subconscious mind is not choosing, it's not judging, it doesn't care what you are manifesting. And this is why we don't want to stay in the negative, because it's not because it's against you that it manifests the negative. It's just whatever you think and believe is true in this moment, that's going to manifest. You can on purpose change those beliefs and apply and repeat. And because of that repetition, repeated experience, the repeated inner experience, your mind takes it as true at some point. It has to. Because also remember that your subconscious mind doesn't know what's true, what's not. Because nothing is really true and everything is true, because truth is subjective. Whatever you tell your subconscious mind that it's true and you repeat it, that becomes the only thing that it knows as true about that topic. What happens when you repeat it? It sinks in at some point, and it starts becoming believable. It starts becoming normal. Neville Goddard actually talks a lot about the normality. How do you say it? The feeling of having it being normal. It's a normal thing when you have your car. It feels normal. At first, it may be super exciting, but 5 days later, it's normal. It becomes, because of the repeated experience, at some point it just becomes your new normal. And you started out not believing in it at all. And you can have desires, even with experience. Some people, and I have been one of those, with tons of experience, sometimes you have a desire where you think, oh my God, what if this is the one thing that it is unmanifestable? This is the one thing that can't be manifested. And then you realize, okay, let me just apply. Okay, this is what I have done a few times until this, like, it becomes old. Where I had a desire, I thought, oh my God, yes, I have manifested many things, but what if this one thing can't be manifested? And then inevitably, I would tell myself, okay, let me just try to affirm it as true, or let me just try to imagine it as true. It manifested again, and the other thing, and then again, and then at some point, it really becomes old. Test it out, really. So you can apply the law even if you don't believe in it. So you start out not believing in it, and then you train your mind into thinking that way, into imagining that as true for you, and that's it. Then that's the process of manifestation. And you can choose the techniques that you like. You don't have to do something that feels forced, and force doesn't work with manifestation. Choose a technique, whether it's affirmations or visualization or whatever it is, like you want to smell your SP or you want to smell the money. It doesn't matter, as long as you keep doing it as if it's already true, it's in your life, you repeat it, you train yourself into believing. And I have to say, don't get too hung about, but I don't believe it, but I don't think. By the way, not believing in your ability to manifest, or not believing in manifestation in general, not believing in that specific desire being able to manifest, is one of the things that keep people from doing the work. Because I don't believe, so I don't affirm. You cannot believe and still affirm, and it will still manifest because your subconscious mind doesn't care. You keep repeating it, it's going to take it in at some point. So the point of this video is to say, yes, it's your beliefs and assumptions that manifest, because we manifest who we are, not what we want. How many times have you not heard it? Who you are is the sum total of your assumptions and beliefs. So, and you create and recreate this. The beauty of your mind is that you can program it and reprogram it however you like at any point of your life. Just because you have a belief and it feels solid, it doesn't mean it can't change. Try thinking the opposite as true, on repeat, persistently. See what happens. It's going to change, because your mind molds. Every time you think a thought, it does something. Keep thinking the same thoughts again and again. It has to. This is the law of assumption. It becomes an assumption and then it has to manifest. Do you know how many manifestations I have had where I started out not believing? Like in the beginning, the first several years, I didn't believe any of the things that I ended up manifesting. And this is where you get to a point where you don't even question whether you believe in it or not, where you think you can't have it. It doesn't matter, because you know that if I want something, I don't have it, so I want it. So I need to start being someone who has it on the inside. There's nothing you need to do in the 3D to achieve it. So you just apply. It's the application of the law that makes it useful and wonderful. So when you finish this video, try to check in with yourself. What are you thinking all day long? If it's from lack, just change it. Again, also, don't keep in this place, oh, but I don't believe I can do it. Doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. You don't believe? Fine. Apply. Still affirm. You can do it. You can think thoughts on purpose. And you can repeat it on purpose. That's what it's about. And this is the process of changing one belief with the other. That's what we do. How do you change one belief with the other? You simply replace it by going to the desired outcome, the desired story, belief, assumption, call it whatever you want. And you can do it without believing. This is what I mean when I say, yes, it's beliefs and assumptions that manifest, but no, you don't have to believe in order to manifest, because you don't have to believe in order to apply. It's the application of the law of assumption that reshapes your mind to your liking. And you can do it. Even if you think you can't, you can do it, okay? If you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, you can of course book a one-on-one coaching session with me from the link in the description box below. Remember, the times that you see on my booking page are only the one-on-one sessions. If you, on the other hand, want to join my Master Manifestor Mastermind group, one of the groups, this is group coaching, still coaching, just in groups, you can send me an email, again, from my booking page, and we will find a group that is comfortable for your time zone. Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.